Hello, I'm Tom Sparrow, and this is how to start and maintain a temporary or permanent fire. So today, before I start, my safety measures are that I've got a 1 meter circle around me, and there's no children here today, but if there were, I would have to make it 2 meters. And when I would start the fire, every member of staff and child would know, and I'd be responsible for maintaining that fire and putting it out safely at the end. So what I've got with me in terms of safety equipment are a fire blanket, large bucket of water for putting out the fire, fire gloves. I'm going to start the fire using a bundle method. So I've got some tissue paper, 2 fire lighters here, and then a few little twigs which I'm just going to put around it to cover that, to give it some shelter. So now my fire lighters are starting to catch. I'm going to put on my fire gloves. Start putting on some very small, thin twigs because they will burn quickly. I want to get those on nice and quick to build up my fire. I've got a base of larger ones as well, just to provide some support for the fire. I'm going to build that fire up, nice small twigs to start, making sure that I'm building around my fire lighters. I can already see that some of them are starting to catch. Then I'm going to move on and let that burn for a little while and move on to some slightly bigger ones. And I'm keeping one knee on the ground and 1 foot like this. This is a nice stable position, which means I can spring back if I need to, but also that I'm not going to fall into the fire. I'm still putting on relatively small twigs, about the thickness of my thumb. Then with my slightly bigger ones, I'm going to place them around the fire, starting to form a kind of teepee, keeping that nice safe position, and that will start to build the shape of my fire. Around my fire, just build up this side a bit more. Now the logs are slightly bigger than my thumb. I've got a few more small ones I can put on. And the other style that you can do is also almost like a tower. You can put them in fours around each other, and that gives the fire lots of oxygen, whilst also building up that fuel level. Got some slightly bigger ones now, which will burn for longer, give me a longer fire. Which will be great for cooking with later. Building up another teepee around it now. If I do move around the fire, I'm taking a good step away before I come back down to a nice safe kneeling position. So now I'm going to watch and observe my fire. It's clearly lit, got a nice supply of firewood, lots of air coming in, and I can wait for that, give you some nice warmth, and then it will burn down and I can begin to use it for cooking later. Fires are a really excellent tool to use with children because they teach responsibility, because they've got to learn the safety of managing a fire and moving around a fire. They teach basic survival and they use understanding how to use natural materials like fire, like wood, to create this. And then there's the fantastic element of cooking and creating our own food, which really gives a sense of empowerment to the children.